Hey guys, Galucia here, and today I am doing something completely different. I have just rendered this world, and from scratch, I'm going to see how long it takes me to do a whole list of goals that I have. And this is probably going to take way over 15 minutes. I've been thinking about doing a really long video for a while now, but I've been hesitant to do it. I know I personally have trouble sitting through videos that go over 15 minutes. It's kind of crazy. But I kind of just wanted to live through the Minecraft experience in like one sitting in one video. So, other than any pauses that I need to do for bio breaks or something like that, this is going to be non-stop until I'm done. And my goals are pretty much everything that you can do within the game within basic limitations. Obviously, survive is the most obvious one, but to build a starting house out of wood, and then to explore, find an epic cave, build a second better house out of stone or some kind of higher level material, like something more fancy than wood, like near the epic cave. So now I have two houses to work with, to find and collect pretty much every material possible, like, everything from coal to diamond, so that I can make a whole wide set of tools, and eventually to go to the nether and survive in the nether for at least, a period of time to collect things from there as well. So I'm trying to just kind of get through this as best I can, see what I can come up with. So I haven't even looked around yet. I just spawned into here and I'm just kind of going with it. So, but I gotta tell you, right off the bat, I really like this world, except for the fact that there seems to be like hardly any trees. But I found some trees up here. So I could make my first house out of dirt, or I could dig into the side of one of these mountains. There seems to be plenty of mountains to dig into. But I at least wanted to make some of it out of wood. So I'm thinking what I might do, and hopefully it's not a cop out or a cheat, since I just stated my goals. Excuse me, is that I'm going to go ahead and kind of dig into the side of like right by the spawn area to one of those mountains, but I'm gonna like frame it out in wood, and that should look pretty much like awesome sauce. So I'm gonna quickly throw that down. Make like some sticks here. Just gonna quickly make some wooden stuff to hold me over here. I'm trying to, I'm fighting the clock, trying to work against the first night thing. Obviously, I want to get ready for that. I'm not even gonna bother. Well, you know what? Yeah, I'll make a wooden shovel. I wasn't gonna make one because I figured I can just get some stone, but whatever. It's not like wood is some crazy rare material, so I'll just get more. Actually, around here it does seem like it's a crazy rare material, though. It's like the whole area where I started. It's like just a couple trees, but that's okay. I'm sure more. Yeah, I'm sure more will turn up. So I guess I don't need a ton of wood since I want to get a like cliffside house, but I should at least get like a half a stack, I think. That way I'll have like way more than I possibly need. Plus I saw some coal right in the starting area, which is a good bit of luck, especially when you're making a cave style house, because with the cave style house it's going to be that much harder to light it, because like with a wooden house I can have like glass ceilings and all kinds of windows, so like during the day lighting's not a problem. It's just at night that you need to worry about lighting, and even then you get a little bit of light, just from like the moon and stuff. But yeah, when you're doing caves it's pretty much dark all the time, so obviously. So yeah, good bit of luck about the coal right in the starting area. So that's gonna be my first. This is good enough. This will be my last tree. That'll be my first goal. It's to pick up that coal that I saw. Hopefully I'm going back in the right area, because I get turned around so easily in this game. It's just like everything looks the same, obviously. There's not a lot of difference in the terrain, so it's so easy to get turned around in this game. I really like the starting area, though. I got like a little pond thing going on over there. Coal right in the beginning. That's epic. I remember the first time I was playing this game when I was still just like, what is this? And the world renders, and I'm trying to like figure out just like how to play the game even. Like, the only reason I even knew about the game was because of Mr. Phantasmo. And it was after just watching like his first few videos, and he was just as clueless as I was in the beginning, and he'll be the first person to admit that. Wow, I found a cave, I guess. Okay. Maybe I can just make this my home right here. We will investigate. But, so yeah, I pretty much the only thing I had to go off of as far as how to play the game was Mr. Phantasmo. And anyone that watched like just like the first like 4 or 5 videos he made, you obviously know that that's not much of a tutorial. So I get into my new world, and it was just like no resources. Like, I had the worst luck on my first world, and I just like I started to actually make something that like resembled coolness, but then I don't know, it was like fails. Like, let me look at this just to see. Awesome. So it's like closed off, not open to a bunch of stuff. This is obviously the house, because I didn't want like an open cave to be the house and have to deal with monsters and stuff. So I'm just gonna open this up a little bit, and this is the house. So anyway, yeah, I had a lot of problems with materials, and then I finally got it started, and then I had like epic fails where I fell down a hole, like amateur mistake. I was digging straight down and fell into a hole and got killed. There was like 6 skeletons in this hole and a couple of other things. So epic failures. And then when I tried to like collect my stuff, I just couldn't, and I basically just like rage quit out of the game at that point. I was like, ugh, this is not gonna work. So, and I've created a lot of worlds since then. In a lot of games that I play, like a lot of times I find myself finding the beginning more fun than like actually like championing the game and like getting super far or whatever. Like, the first stages or whatever you want to call it of any particular game, doesn't even have to be, you know, like Minecraft or whatever. I just love the beginning parts, like when you're first going. I don't know if it's like I like building up a character. So I guess that's what it is, but let's go make some tools. Ooh. That was a bigger ledge than I thought. For some reason I thought it stuck out. I'm trying to make this like all even, and you know, everything's gotta be symmetrical. I'll fix this all up in here later. Right now it's all about speed. Alright, so now I got some stone though, so I can at least make some legit tools here. Why am I making 2 pickaxes? I don't know. But that's what happened. It's always gotta be even. I think I'm probably gonna get like spent on trying to commentate, because I don't know how long this is gonna be. Like, I didn't start this video and think to myself like, I'm gonna make a video that's like X amount of minutes long, like however long. Like, I've seen videos before like that. I'm not even gonna remember the person's name, but me and my wife tried to watch a video one time of epic jump fails while I try to figure this out. Someone that, I guess it's just basically, it was just called Minecraft the Movie. And when I thought about doing this, I didn't want it to seem like I was like basically trying to copy that idea or whatever. And then as soon as I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make this in my house in a mountain. Like, that's kind of what he did when he started his, so I can't help but feel like I'm, you know, but that was not my intentions, because like, and this is not a bash against him or whatever, and I'm sure like it had a lot of views, and I'm sure like it's like a lot of people enjoyed it or whatever, but it didn't do anything for me and my wife. Like, we tried to watch it, but after we got into like the 15-minute thing, when it like, I was like, this is when a normal Minecraft video would have to end under normal circumstances, it just like, we were over it. I was bored to death. Like, it just, I don't know, it didn't do anything for me. And I was like, so we were talking about it, and I was like, well, what if I did something like that? Like, do you think like it could be done but better, or do you think that's just one of those things that is just gonna be lame, like, no matter what? And we pretty much decided it was gonna be lame no matter what. But then the more I thought about it, the more I was like, you know what, I still want to give this a shot. I still want to see what would happen if I just like start from scratch and just have the viewers watch me like get from scratch to. Plus, I've been wanting to do this just in the game. Like, it's been something I've been thinking about doing. Is like I've never done this. Like, sit down, start playing the game, and get to a point where you're like, you know what? Like, that's it. Like, I did everything you can do in the game without starting to get ridiculous. You know, and by ridiculous, I mean like get through the whole game and do everything you can do, and then after that, like, what else is there left to do? It's just like the normal YouTube world. After you get to a certain point, like, all you can do is build. So, you know, how I normally do is we, you know, build things. You guys submit requests of stuff you want to see, and I build it. So that's pretty much all you can do once you like establish yourself in the game. And that's obviously not the goals of this video, because I already have a YouTube world where I build stuff. I'm like almost dead just from like falling a lot from trying to clear out my area, because I have to be like, oh, it needs to be symmetrical. And I'm sure if I wanted to stay in this world, I would probably take it a step farther and like dig out this dirt around it, or like even out the stone. Like, I would get carried away, but it's definitely only going to be somewhat symmetrical. And I'm not going to get too carried away with it. Where's my sun? See, like, it's about to be dark time anyway, so I'm going to make sure that the inside here is perfectly lit. We're not going to have anything spawning in here and being crazy. And I guess during the night, while I wait for things to clear up, my main goals are going to be to kind of fix up the inside here. I can kind of like even out the floor and do some stuff just to like keep it clean. And the other thing I was thinking about, like, while I was going to make this, is that it's like, well, you know, normally in my videos, like, I mean, obviously, again, like, I'm not at this early stage in my videos anymore, but if I was, like, normally in my videos, I wouldn't spend time, like, building a bunch of tools and clearing a bunch of floors away. Like, I would, you know, cut away and edit it to the point where, like, I'm done with that, because normally I wouldn't think that's something that people are trying to watch, is me clear away and even out, you know, an area. That just seems kind of silly. But I don't know, for some reason I was just like, you know what, to heck with it. Like, this video is just going to be 100% like, this is what happens when you play the game. No cuts, no anything. Like, this is just what's going on. And I don't, you know what, I'm going to leave it like that. But yeah, so I guess I'll just even this out and wait for daybreak. I just heard a noise. What the heck was that? Uh-oh. Obviously that's outside. Oh, yeah, I guess I could have noticed by that too. Poop. How do I want to go about this? I kind of wanted the whole inside to be nothing but stone, but that goes to the outside. So instead of, I could just dig that away and like build it up, but I'll just square it off just like it is right now. That's fine. I just get rid of this muss here. Put a nice old furnace right there. Bam. That blends in like perfectly with the rocks. That's crazy looking. I really like this texture pack. I had I'm sure I'm gonna post this video well after the video where I explain my texture pack, so I guess I can pretty much talk about it in this video. Because I'm not even sure how I go about posting this video. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I have a 15-minute time thing going on with YouTube, obviously, because I'm not like a YouTube partner or anything like that. So, but I've talked to other people that aren't YouTube partners but got exceptions and were allowed to post something that's more than the normal 15-minute time thing. So I guess I'm gonna have to just try to secure myself that. It would be lame if I like went through the trouble of doing all this and then I couldn't even post it, but I don't know. I'll figure it out. I mean, yeah, I'll figure it out. If I have to, I'll just hold on to this video until I do get partnership, if that ever happened. But anyway, I guess I'm gonna take this whole wall back one more, and then that'll be good. Yeah, that'll be good. This is like really gonna be epic as far as like Commentary. It's a lot of time to talk. I had a every unit. Let me back up. For those of you that are unaware, because most of my viewers would be, that I am in the military. So there, clear that up. So every unit in the army, at least, and I'm sure it's like this in pretty much every branch. I just can't speak for the other branches personally. There is a unit chaplain that handles all of that type stuff. Do I want it? You know what? This may seem anal retentive, but it actually lights a lot better to put it one down. There's no point to putting it all the way on the top, so I'm going to drop these down. And I was talking to him a little bit ago. Like, he always does, like, we always have, like, these briefings and stuff, and he has to, like, kind of give it's like a class, basically. So I'm listening to him give his class and stuff, and I was talking to him afterwards, and we were talking about some of the differences between males and females and like the things that they do. And one thing we were talking about, and this is not in reference to my wife particularly, it's just women in general, is like, and this is again generalized, it's not always the case. Sometimes these things can be completely reversed, and you know, he was clear to point that out, but that statistically and typically in the average male, a male talks when he's like throughout his entire day, he uses. I should make some more stuff. He uses 5,000 words in a day, and he doesn't have to use all 5,000, but he basically it's like that's his limit. Like after 5,000 words, like he's done. He doesn't want to talk anymore. Whereas the average female uses 15,000 words per day, so 3 times as much. And again, this is in no way me trying to like portray some kind of like bashing thing. Like, I'm not talking bad about women. This is just a statistical fact that I am rehashing to you guys. And I hear spiders. But so I was thinking about doing this commentary, which by the way I'm doing kind of late in the day, and I've been hanging out with the clan all day and doing stuff with the clan. And then I started thinking about the fact that, like, when I was like, I'm gonna do this thing, I was talking to one of my buddies about doing this, so I just decided to go for it. And then after I'm like starting to roll with it, I started thinking about that fact and started thinking about like how many words I might have used already today, and it's just like, man, how am I gonna do a commentary for however long this takes? I mean, it's already been like 15 minutes or whatever, and you know, I'm waiting for the first night to go away so I can like start exploring and looking for stuff. But like, who knows how long that's gonna take? Like, I gotta find a cave, explore through it. Like, oh, there's so much to do. This is like epic sauce. I kind of feel like this is epic. I don't know. It's probably, you know what? I'm gonna make a stone sword just in case until I find some iron. Why did I do that? So, I don't know. I kind of feel like this is epic though. Like, it's kind of crazy. It's epic for me as an undertaking. I don't know if it's epic to watch. Hopefully it is. I mean, I'm having a lot of fun doing this, even though I'm just hiding in a cave because I pretty much finished everything I wanted to finish. Um, so, you know, it is what it is. But I guess I can make some more torches if we're going to be going through caves. I'll just use up all my coal. That's all more outside anyway. So, my general philosophy, I think I've stated it in an earlier video, is that typically when I play these games, my main goal, like which should be anyone's goal when they're playing a game, is to have fun. I just want to have fun. But when making videos, it's pretty much the same thing. It's just like, I kind of just feel like if I'm having fun playing it, then you're going to have fun watching it. At least that's like the theory, and that's the way it should kind of work out. And obviously, that's not always going to be the case, but I don't know. Like, that's just, I don't know. That just feels like that's kind of how it goes down. And right now, I'm just anxiously waiting to go out there. I really just want to go out there and raise hell, but I already lost like half my life just from like falling, trying to like make my little house area not so ugly. And it's almost daytime. I'll wait. At least I only have to deal with skeletons then, because, or skeletons, spiders, because they're obviously right there. This is like the perfect place though, because now that they're attracted to my front door, because as many of you will know that play the game anyway, or that have seen enough videos, since spiders are wide, they can't really get through a door like that. So he can still attack me. Like he'll still get a hit in on me or whatever, but he can't like chase after me. And the spider's number one. Every creature in the game, like bad creature, has like something that like makes them dangerous. I mean, zombies are pretty much harmless, but sorry, zombies, you're harmless in this game. But you know, like skeletons shoot arrows. That's obviously epic. Like gummies explode. That's obviously a pain in the butt. Like spiders jump, so you have to get certain advantages so they can't leap at you. That's where their advantages come into play. And right here, that advantage is pretty much worthless. So it's just a matter of smacking him, like backing up a little bit, making sure he doesn't get a hit on me, and then smacking him again. So hopefully I can clear out all the spiders that are in my way and then start exploring. But anyway, back on the other topic. I don't know, like, I think it was pretty much at this point when I was watching the Minecraft movie that I stopped watching, because he was doing some stuff and screwing around in a cave, and he was basically doing the same thing. He was waiting for day so he could like actually get like underway. And it's like now I'm doing the same thing. But I don't know, like as I'm sitting here, I'm just getting like I'm like excited. Like I just feel like this is an epic undertaking just to sit down and like tackle this game like right from the get-go. Like that's kind of crazy. I don't know. I just feel like that just feels crazy. It just feels like that's a big thing to handle. Alright, speaking of things to handle here. Oh my god. Okay, so I ran out because I didn't know where they were and I wanted to deal with the situation, and there's a million of them. Ah, okay, it's daytime. For those of you unaware, and a fan was actually the one to point this out, spiders aren't aggressive during the day. They only attack you if like you mess with them or whatever. So obviously it became enough day for them to stop messing with me. So the goals for day 2. Day 1 was a complete success, by the way, as far as I'm concerned. And that's just coal, right? If it was iron, I would, you know, yeah, it's just coal. That's too much of a pain in the butt. I'm not digging through water. Yeah, day 1 was a total success. I definitely just wanted to build my start house and yeah, make that happen, and that's definitely what happened. My goals for day 2 were to at least find an epic cave and at least start exploring it. And I definitely wanted to build a house that's like a step up from the house I already have. This could be the start of something, or it could be nothing. It's nothing, but there's iron and a lot of this stuff, so let's get that. I'm not going to waste too much time on resources. Usually when I play a game, I can't help but get resources. Even in the server where like you don't need resources because you can just give yourself whatever you want, I'll find myself in a cave and I'm just digging coal. It's just like I love to dig coal, and there's just no need for it whatsoever. But yeah, in this one I'm gonna try to start ignoring coal after a little while. Like not right away because obviously I need every resource I can get. But yeah, after a little while, really one, you gotta be kidding me. Foo bar. All right. Well, anyway, that kind of sucked. But yeah, so I think what I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to force myself to ignore more potential. Man, it's just. Ooh, I hear zombies though. I must be close to a cave because I hear zombies. I need to turn my speakers up a little bit so I can hear these zombies better. I think they're coming from over there. I'm gonna dig through that wall a little bit and see if we break into something. But first, I need coal. But yeah, after I get like a stack or two, I'm gonna start like trying to purposely ignore coal and just go for like the better resources because you only need so much coal. I think the hardest part of this video, like the most painstaking part, and something that you would definitely want to skip through under normal circumstances, is the fact that I do want to make a gate to the nether because that is part of the game, and I want to experience that part just like I want to experience every part of the game. And let me just kind of do this whole dig a straight line thing and see if we hit. Nope. But yeah, I want to do every experience, and to sit here and make you guys watch me mine obsidian, just, I don't know. That seems like it's a little silly. Like, I don't know. I hate digging for obsidian, so I don't think everyone likes watching that either, but it's gonna have to happen at some point, guys. I felt like you know, and I wasn't even gonna. I honestly don't have a lot of experience in the Nether because I don't have a Nether gate on my YouTube world. I don't have a lot of time to play single player if it's not for the YouTube world, and you can't go into the Nether on the server. And I spend most of my time in the server now, so yeah, the only time I play single player anymore is when I'm actually making a video. So until I make a Nether gate for the actual like YouTube videos, that's not something that I'm probably going to be experiencing a lot of. I shouldn't be leaving a bunch of torches. That's a waste. I hear zombies, but I don't know. I didn't really find it, so I'm just going to kind of move on. I kind of like finding natural caves, too. Like, I don't mind working for caves. Like, I don't mind having to go out of my way and, like, dig a little bit to make a cave happen, to really get into a cave. But I prefer to just find natural, awesome caves. Like, just, you wander into a cave, and it's just huge and awesome, and you're like, wow, I really lucked out here. This place is awesome. Like, it's so exciting that way. And this right here where I'm at is super close to where I was before. I bet you those are the same stinking zombies, and this thing still goes to a dead end. It's crazy. It's like they gotta be, like, between here and where I just was. I don't know. Maybe I'll dig a couple straight holes again just to see what happens, but for now we'll just get resources. I'm gonna get lost too, by the way. I already can feel the fact that I'm gonna lose that starting house. That's happened plenty of times. I got lost one time on one of my earlier worlds. It's a huge file too. I still have it. Again, with a single iron. It's a huge file, and the only reason it's so big is because I just kept walking, and I had no idea where I was, so I just kept wandering around, like, aimlessly for, like, what seemed like forever. And so eventually what I had to do is I had to make a temporary home to, like, I just feel like these noises just drive me crazy. Let me get off topic for a second here. Who else gets paranoid as heck when they know they're in a cave that doesn't have any monsters? Like, it's day out, nothing's gonna come in, and you've already fully explored the cave, so you know there's nothing in here, but you know, like, there's something close, and you can hear it. It just freaks me out. Like, I get so paranoid that I'm gonna get ambushed. And this is not, like, a scary game. Like, at least it's not, I don't think it's intended to be scary. Like, it's Minecraft, you know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? Like, it's no Amnesia. But it's like, oh my gosh, like, sometimes it's just really, like, great. Like, I know, like, and I'm not, like, my wife will be the first person to admit, so I'm not, like, you know, pointing any fingers in her direction and being like, you're, you know, whatever. But, like, she can't play with monsters. Like, she plays on peaceful, like, no matter what. She cannot play with monsters on because it freaks her out. And she said the same thing, it's the sound. Like, when they surprise her, like, it surprises her, like, you know, like, oh, geez, like, when they, you know, come out of nowhere. But it, you know, that's just like a surprise kind of scare, but the sound, like, freaks her out. They did a pretty good job, I have to admit, with making, like, the zombies, like, even, oh, Jesus, oh, my heart just dropped out of my freaking, I'm, like, talking about being scared, and then this thing, like, surprises the hell out of me. That's, oh, jeez, no, I'm gonna die, oh, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, no, I have one heart, this is the worst thing ever. Yeah, come out into the sun, punk. Okay, I think home is that way. I have one. I wasn't even thinking about the fact that I was almost dead when I tried to, like, think about fighting this guy. All right, let me let him burn away. Shoot. Is he dead? No. Get out here in the sun, you. One arrow will kill me. I don't want to get shot, but I want him to burn. Come on, die. I would totally want to brave this the skeleton, and show him what's what, but I have quivering hearts. I really need to, okay, I really want to check out that cave, but we need food. I need pigs, stat. There's sheep and chicken ducks everywhere. There's no, look at all this grass. Oh, pigs. There's so much grass, like, there should be a redunculous amount of animals spawning, and I can't, like, I one pig, really? That figures. Oh, wow. That's my home? So I was completely ready to walk in that direction to go home. See, that's what I'm talking about. I totally would have got lost. And getting back to another subject that I was talking about, yes. The last time I did that, I had to build a temporary home and then just, like, keep digging until I found red dust so I can make a compass. And then I left a trail of candles to make my way back to, make my way all the way back to, wow, I got a lot of coal on that trip. That was epic sauce. To make my way all the way, just in case, back to the, back to my house, and then I could still find my way from the candles to, like, all that place that I was digging out and stuff. But that was a huge endeavor. It took me, like, a week to, like, eventually get back to the spawn and stuff. And I refused to die. I had so much materials, and if I died, I knew there was no way, by any stretch of the imagination, that I was going to find my way back to that area. I had no idea where I was. I had so much stuff saved in chests. More than I could carry in one trip. So I had to, like, leave a trail and then just come back for it later. Okay, while I'm here, it's starting to get dark, but I didn't really find my cave. And I don't want to, I wouldn't have come back so soon, but man, those quivering hearts were, like, making me nervous. I really needed to get some cooked bacon. Okay, so I got some iron now. I don't really need it just yet, but I guess I'll just hold on to it. Yeah, I know it's getting dark, but okay, so I already have like half a stack of coal in my bags, and I have, or in my bags, in my, what you call it, furnace, and I have like a whole stack on me. So I think at this point it's safe to ignore coal for now. I'm not going to be building anything really, so I'm not going to be worrying about making glass or refining, you know. Maybe eventually, like when my second building, I'll make more fancy pants, but yeah, I'm not worried about it. See, now, did I explore this? Yeah, I did. I need to, you know what? Okay, I'm already screwing up. I need to leave candles so I can find my way back, because I just know that's going to happen. How about I work on some armor while I'm at it? Yeah, there we go. That was a smart idea. You know what? Let's work on that, because I'm going to be doing a lot of spelunking, and we need to brave the elements here. So even though it's nighttime, I'm going to be brave for now, and kind of look for cows, and just keep looking for caves and stuff. See, look at that. I can make boots already. Outstanding. I'm going to apologize ahead of time while I walk around at night, because I know when you render these videos, it gets dark, so it's going to be hard for you guys to see. I apologize. I can't really do anything about the dark without just surrounding myself in candles, and I'm on the move. I'll have time for that. Because I got cows, and those are zombies. You aren't cows. You're a pig. Oh, 2 bacons. Yes, please. Ah, zombie. Look how terrifying they are. I've talked about this texture pack and how those zombies are freaking scary looking now. But I'm going to talk about it again because they are epically scary looking. I hate being outside at night. It's like you're just constantly like, oh, what's going on? There's gotta be... Look how epic. This is such a cool rendered world, except for the lack of trees. It's so weird. I've never seen... Actually, I take that back. When we first made our server, there was like... It was the same scenario. Like, there was hardly any trees at all. But... Other than when we made our server, I have never seen such a... Ooh, my first creeper. Okay, that's a cave. I like this area up here. It's like a watchtower area. What? Oh, geez. Okay, I got this. You think you're so smart? As long as you don't get reinforcements, I should be able to... Oh! Don't knock me off the thing. Screw you. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. How we doing on food? Ugh, I don't want to eat uncooked bacon unless I absolutely have to. It just seems like a waste. There's so much going on out here. Alright, well, I made a candle trail. I'm gonna check out that stuff when I get back. There's a cave there. It looks like there's another one up there. I'm gonna kind of follow the candles back, and there's another one there. Yeah, I'm gonna stick to the candles. Try to make my way back so I can cook this bacon. It'll be safer in the day. I guess unless I find more cows, I'll make boots. That'll be an improvement on the whole situation as well. I was hoping to get this in, honestly, in like an hour, but the more I thought about it, again, I hate to keep quoting it because I honestly, it was not my goal to make something like this, but oh, you're gonna follow me all the way home, aren't you, Creeper? The Minecraft movie, I think, was like an hour and a half, and I was like, that's a lot of Minecraft. I was like, I don't know if I want to do an hour. Oh my god, there's creepers all around my house. This is just splendid. Okay. Is anything chasing me right now? No. Get away. Get away. I'm gonna die. Something's gonna hit me from behind. I'm gonna get blown up from behind. This sucks. Get away. Get away. Oh, that's definitely a blow. Yeah, okay. And again, if this was a real world, a hole like that close to my house would bug me. But I'm just gonna not care. Okay. Let's cook up this here bacon. And while that's cooking... Where are my boots? Yeah. Boots. Bam! Yeah, I have it set so you can't see the armor. I will always look like Indiana Jones. Always. But yeah, my goal was definitely not to have an hour and a half video, because that's insanity. I don't know why anyone would sit through that. So hopefully this doesn't end up being an hour and a half, because then everything I just said would seem ridiculous. Just like, way to say you don't want to sit through an hour and a half movie and then make an hour and a half movie about Minecraft. But, yeah. Alright. Now I actually have, like, a cooked bacon in my inventory that I can actually make use of. Where's it? Open up. Okay. It's safe for the time being. Damn, okay. Yeah, heading back out. I got some armor. Man, it's like so not... Let's go this way, actually. Not just because, because there's a spider over here, so it's not just because there's a skeleton in the way, but... Ooh, and because of that... But yeah, I want to, I already kind of lit candles in a path going in that direction, so I feel like I've pretty much set myself up for success in that direction. So I want to check it out over here, but look at how much death there is over here. This is insanity. So much stuff, like, right by my spawn. What time is it? Oh my gosh. Like, I'm so anxious to get started, and it's like, sometimes you don't realize, like, how much, because, like, I don't know about you, but, especially in the beginning, but pretty much, like, forever, I don't know, beginning or not, like, when I'm playing the game, like, this is when I would go do something else. Like, it's nighttime, I would just come in here and be like, alright, inventory, so this time still passes by, I'm gonna get up, and, like, I'll literally just walk away for 5 minutes and go handle some business, but, I want to get started so bad. Okay, so, let me just throw some stuff in here. I don't need giant piles of dirt on my persons at all time. And get rid of this. I don't really think, there's not really a huge reason for keeping it, necessarily, but you never know. Might as well, right? I'll just stick that there, because eventually I'll make a bow. Unless I take me down some spiders, which I would do now if I'm not such a scaredy cat. What do we got going on out here? Huh? I can't see the moon yet, which means it's not low enough. It's just starting to come down. Maybe like 3 more minutes. So, while that's happening, ladders. I need ladders. Gonna make like a little mine shaft here in the house, just so I can, just dig down, keep me busy, and look for materials. Nothing too serious. Plus, even if I found awesome materials this way, I wouldn't use that as like my checklist for a goal, because like one of my goals is to find pretty much all the materials, like I said, between coal and blue diamond, and I intend on sticking to that goal. But I still want to explore a cave, so because that is definitely a huge part of this game. And like I earlier stated, my goals here are to basically do everything you do in the game in one sitting, which is already starting to like kind of drain me out. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, this game is starting to take it out of me already, and I just pretty much got started with this whole thing. I don't know how long it's been, like a half hour or 35 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever it's been. I'm not, honestly, I'm not even tracking this because I don't even want to know how much time I'm spending on this, because it'll probably just like, it'll just blow my mind. I'll just be like, oh my gosh, I've been doing this for how long already? I don't know if anyone is still going to be watching this, so I gotta get out of here. So, I'm just going to make it happen. Very uneventful hole we got going on here. I'm only going to go down one more level. Get rid of some of this dirt. That was a good waste of time. Found nothing. Beep. Get rid of this dirt. Oh, there we go. I'm going to keep a little bit of stone on me, but I don't want to be all bulked up on it. Was I cooking something? No. Okay. Should be day by now. Alright, sweet. I'm going to go check out this one first, and then I'm going to go follow those candles, because I got multiple possibilities going on here. So we're going to figure this out. This doesn't look like it's going to be epic sauce. It looks like it's just going to be one of those big open ones that could very potentially have a skeleton in it if my eyes don't deceive me. Oh, nope, that's not a skeleton. Alright. Oh no, I fell. Shazam. Yeah, it's a wow. Really? Okay. Normally I'd be souped about finding creepers because, aw, I hate when they look at you with those sad faces. He just stands there like, don't kill me. Dead. Sweet. Normally I'd be excited about creepers because I like collecting sulfur because I'm all about blowing stuff up. But we don't need to worry about that in this game. I don't want to blow anything up. I need to... That's not one of my goals. One of my goals is not blow stuff up. Ooh. A goal... I do have a goal for killing cows, though. I kind of like interacting with animals. I've been playing on the server a lot lately, and we turned off monsters because of the lag. It's hard to kill monsters. Like, you think you're getting a hit on it. Like, especially the freaking Gumbies. It's like they blow up like as soon as you... You think you're killing them, and then you don't, and they blow up, and you're like, oh, jeez. But... And they kept blowing up the stuff that we were building. So, that's no good. Who wants that? And then... But then to like farther help with improving on lag, we ended up turning off the animals too. So it's just us in the game. There's no anything else. Ooh, piggy. I'm gonna deal with this creeper, and then I'm gonna get that pig. You better not blow up, son. Yeah. Alright. So, oh, he got stuck in my little creeper hole. Sweet. Man, it's just like items everywhere. But yeah, so it's kind of cool to play with animals again. There's no need for it. I mean, we pretty much like fully god moded it out now. It's like you can't get hurt. There's no animals. There's no monsters. It's just purely a place for us to play games and build. It's like there's a silly aspect to our server where we just like play silly games, like really silly games, or we build, and we build a lot. So, you know, that's fun. But then single player still has its moments because I like interacting with the monsters and the animals and stuff. So I'm kind of enjoying this. Like I said, I don't really get to do this much except for when I record videos. But my videos always have a purpose. And since my stated objective in my videos is pretty much the same thing as I do in the server, it's that it's to build. Like, I love building, so everyone for the channel submits ideas for things to build. So I still don't get to do a lot of this kind of stuff like cave spelunking, interacting with things. I do, but it's mostly accidental. It's like, let's go build this. Ah, skeleton! But, yeah, it's mostly reactionary. Like, I think the video I posted right before this one is... Really? Dang it. Is, the video where I was talking about trying to make a server for like an extra server, like not a clan server, just one for the peeps. And by the time this video actually posts, it's either like that would have became a reality or not. So hopefully it did. But regardless of whether or not it did, and like yeah, that's just an example video that I was giving because the purpose of that video was definitely not to run into trouble, but that's exactly what happened. I like got ambushed by spiders and stuff towards the end of the video. But yeah, it doesn't happen that often. I definitely don't go spelunking that often. That's like just again due to the fact that I'm building so much. It's not a lot of ooh. That's so cool looking. You know, despite and I do have a texture pack, so it makes it look a little nicer. But still, I mean, we're dealing with blocks here, people. Despite the like, you know, poor appearance of this game as far as like graphics goes and stuff, there are things in this. Look at all those mushrooms. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, we're getting those. There are still things in this game that like, oh my god. Have you ever seen that many mushrooms? If you say yes, you're a liar. That is insanity. That is insanity. You've never seen that many mushrooms in one area. This is the mother load of mushrooms. How many mushrooms is this? 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my gosh. 7. And a red. Oh my gosh. 8 freaking brown mushrooms. You gotta be kidding me. And a red, which means I can make stew. That was complete and total epic sauce. And in case you missed it the first time, if you don't think that was epic sauce, you're a damn liar. Alright. But still no cave, and I got off track here and kind of was falling all over the place, and I'm gonna lose my home. There's a candle. Alright, let's go this way. Candle. See, I just get farther and farther from the spawn, and it's just like, I don't want to get too far, because I want to be able to make it back in case of emergencies. That's a lot of cows. I'm going to kill them. And you don't want to have to deal with like 10 minutes of walking just to get back in case of emergencies. Plus, I'm trying to make this video quicker, and it's not going to be quick if you know what? I like to bring a tool bench with me whenever I go somewhere, or a workbench, whatever the hell it's called now, for cases like this, and I didn't bring one. That's okay, obviously. Problem solved. Then I might as well make an iron sword this time. Shazam. I still have a wooden axe. Obviously, I haven't needed any wood yet. Okay. Yeah. Shing. I like how it looks like a machete. That's BA. Yeah, I think this time I'm not going to head back. I think I have enough resources to survive as far as food resources goes and things of that nature. So no matter how far I wander off, I'll probably just make a temporary shelter if it's an absolute necessary thing. That's one thing that Mr. Phantasmo got completely right in his early videos. When Nightfall first hit and he was like completely surrounded by monsters and he didn't even start his house yet. And he just like freaking built a dirt tower straight into the sky. That is the right answer. That's such a great way to get away from danger. I'll probably build a dirt tower to that. And then break the bridge. See, now, tell me that's not awesome looking. I just... We're finding so much cool stuff in this world. Like, I really... Like, this world is, like, really awesome looking. But, man, like, you know, like... I mean, alright. Epic jump fails. Like, a major goal of mine... Oh, yeah, you can't. Wait, hold on. You used to be able to put candles on... Tell me I'm wrong. Alright, whatever. There it goes. Let's make this visible here. Yeah, one of my goals was to explore, and I'm still doing that. I'm just one piece of snow. But I'm not exploring caves. I'm exploring awesomeness. Okay, there's more snow. Actually, this is the first time I've seen snow with this texture pack. I really like it. It's pretty much epic sauce. And I'm in the damn cloud line. This is crazy. And I'm going to be able to make some kind of armor here in a second. Whoa. No! That was a far fall. He is 100% dead. Man, see, it's just so awesome. Like right here, like picture this as like a trailer for Minecraft. Cue awesome music. Like that's a cool visual. That's what like that video that the guy made, the Minecraft trailer. That's like completely epic. Oh my gosh, look at all this. I'm gonna like almost rewrite my goal and just be like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep exploring this world. I haven't been leaving candles. I'm like almost 100% sure I don't know how to get back at this point. I might retitle this like "Let's Get Lost Together" and just look at coolness. Like I'm completely changing my focus in this, and this as I've gone with this, like my focus, and by no means is this a cop out, by the way, because I was just thinking about the fact that it's like, well, you're changing your goals because you can't do them. But no, like I'm like okay, caves are caves, and some of the caves are epic looking. I've been in caves where it's like you're inside the cave and you're just like, oh my gosh, look at how epic this cave looks. But then now that I'm like out here, like at least in this world that I've been rendered into, this is awesome looking. Like it's just so cool. It's like I appreciate this scenery way more than I would appreciate a cave. I think there's just so much going on in here. I'm still gonna look for a cave because I definitely want to get materials. As the words leave my mouth, more mushrooms. Are you serious? This is craziness. Wow, this freaking world is like just loves mushrooms. They're just like they rendered me a bagillion mushrooms. They were like, yes, make sure Galucia can all get 8,000 red mush or yeah. I'll just stop talking. Epic fails. Ooh. Oh, no. Wait. Is that where I came from? I'm confused. I came from up here, didn't I? Yeah. Well, if you truly want to get lost, let's do this. It's really going to turn into one of those situations, though, where I'm not going to... I pretty much, I'm giving up. I'm not even going to try to leave. Well, you know what? Actually, I think I know where I am. Alright, I'm going to attempt to leave a candle trail. It's not going to work. And it looks like a face. If you angle, you can see like it's got a runny nose. Alright, anyway. It's already getting dark again. But yeah, it's going to turn into one of those scenarios where I'm going to... The new goal is to explore, look at cool stuff, get all the materials, so I can build a compass. If you find your way home, you're the winner. End of movie. That's what I'm going for now. I think we're probably like 50 minutes into this now. It's pretty much epic. So... And I've yet to find a natural cave. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could employ my strategy of digging stairs straight down, get all the materials I need, and then just be like, okay, well, that's enough cool stuff for today. Let's call it a day. Wrap it up here. And just end the video. But I really wanted to find a natural cave to, like, explore, and then you, like... Because when you're going through a natural cave, and you like the first time you see blue, you're just like, oh, blue, blue. Like you, like I don't know about you guys, but I have a mini freak out in my head where I'm just like, oh my goodness, I found blue. Who's the winner? This guy is. So I'd rather do it like that. I still like when I employ my strategy of digging the stairs down to the bedrock and then like doing the whole. I don't know. I put out the video, so I mean, I'm sure you know if you haven't watched it, you can. And you know, I don't even remember what episode it is. It's like 18 maybe, 17, 18, whatever it is. It's pitch black, and I'm just going to jump into this cave here. Alright, it's a dead end. Hopefully something comes in here and gangs up on me. Especially since I can't get out. Alright, there we go. But, yeah, so it's like, I think it's like 17 or 18, whatever it is. But, because I don't, at the time of recording this, I haven't even aired it yet, but, you know. Anyway. So, yeah, just watch that. But I could just do that, and even that's exciting. Like when I'm digging my little lane through the lower level. Look, that is a mushroom on a tree. These mushrooms are out of control in here. I have too many mushrooms. I can't even waste time on mushrooms anymore. I'm employing my don't waste time on resources you have too much of, and mushrooms are one of those resources now. That's a skeleton, and that's a gummy. Skeleton. I don't think the skeleton sees me yet. You better not. Right. I still don't have a bow. I don't think I've killed one freaking spider yet. I guess I just haven't had to. Because those ones in the beginning were friendly. They weren't mad at me. Even after I hit them, actually. I started hitting them and then they, like, became friendly. That was mean. Speaking of friendly, that was unfriendly. That looks like it goes forever. Let's get the skeleton to fall in it. Ah, you suck, skeleton. Times it. Oh, jeez. Well, looks like I gotta do something about this here. Shoot one more, shoot one more. Ah, I'm on ice too, that makes it hard to... Gotcha. Oh, dang it. Yeah, punk. Okay. Do I have more cooked? Boo! It's raw. Okay. I'm gonna try to avoid eating it. Let's see if we can see how far down this goes. Without falling to your doom. I think it doesn't cave at all. I think it's just like a collapsed hole. And that's no fun. So... I can't... What? I can't put... candles on ice now? Come on, Beta, are you serious? This is shenanigans. Pure shenanigans. You can't put candles on trees or ice. I mean, I guess it's eventually going to be water, but, I mean, it's not now. Who the hell cares? What, because it melts the ice? I'm pretty sure I used to be able to put those on ice. Someone, I'm sure, will comment and tell me I'm wrong, because I always am, but for some reason I feel like I used to be able to put... I guess that makes sense, though, if it melts it. Did it always melt it? Yeah, I guess it did. Let's get my first spider kill. I need string. Look, he's shaking his head like, no, nope, you're not going to kill me. Yeah. Oh, he's got a height advantage. Alright, that's not the one you want, by the way. When you're fighting spiders, you don't want to give them a height advantage, because they will just leap into your face from afar. It's not good. Yeah. But if I have the height advantage... I get string. Okay. I gotta say, this is still a lot of fun. I'm really liking this whole wandering. Oh, jackpot on the red. Someone's about to make a whole bunch of stew. Okay, there's a lot of mean stuff here, though, so we're gonna collect some of these. Hopefully the skeletons don't mind me taking their mushrooms until daytime, at least. Let's... Quickly. Ah, stop shooting at me. Ah. Man, there's so many mushrooms. I have never seen a world rendered where there's just this many mushrooms that just grow for, like, no reason. It's awesome. I don't know why I'm still putting down candles. There's obviously no way I'm going to find my way back, candles or not. At this point, I don't even think I would want to find my way back, not without a compass. Like, I've pretty much committed to the fact that I'm wandering around. This movie video thing has obviously changed directions in a hurry, and it's now called The Longest Wander Ever. Which is fine. I'll call it Galucia's Wandering Journey. That's a epic title. It's sure to bring them into the box office. I still can't even believe I'm doing this. It's like I'm almost up to like an hour, I think. It's like crazy. Look at this. It's like marshland. That's what he should do. He should make marsh. Like mud. Oh, he should make mud. Yeah. I'm going to get Spooner on the phone and be like, hey, we need mud in the game. I have a stick. Let's get to work here, sticks. Come on now. You know what? Just make all these sticks. Stack with it. I used like a whole stack of torches, and most of it was just like on sticking them on the ground, and it's not going to serve any purpose because I'm never going to find my way back. Galucia's Wandering Journey. That is a title. It looks like there could be stuff over here. Nope. Just a bunch of gravel and a million freaking gummies. I'm not even trying to walk over there. I'm going to float my butt over here. Stay away from me, zombie. I'm floating. Don't have time for your shenanigans. I'll tell you this much. If I was playing in the server... Oh, is that clay? Okay. You know what? It's not a, like, mined material. But I did want to get every material. And I'm going to include this on the list. I found clay. I'm the winner. I like how it turns into like little balls on my texture pack. That's actually the first time I've seen clay on this texture pack since I made it. Oh boy, it's just so much. You know what else? I can't even believe I'm still talking. I was just, oh, you're in the way. I gotta float over here. It's so annoying. I really didn't think I was gonna be able to like actually keep talking. And I literally, like, I mean, I planned this out a little bit, but to be honest with you, a lot of it was just, like, by the seat of my pants. I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to try it. Let's just see what happens. I'm just not even going to stop. Let's just do this thing. So I'm doing it. But it's like an hour or whatever into it, and you're like, I don't know. I still feel like I'm making it happen. I don't know how epic it is. I guess that'll be for the viewers to decide. But there's too much water. You're in the way of my exploring, water. Just slow everything down. Just land to the left and land to the right. This looks more epic. There seems to be a giant mountain over here. So, you're the winner. Landmass to the right. That is a pretty big mountain. And the closer I get, the more epic I think it's going to be. Anything chasing me? Nope. Solid gold. Solid gold! How much clay did I get from that? Almost a stack. As I drown, looking at clay. Ah! Glitch. I, like, lost control. I was, like, pushing up, and then I was still sinking. Like, no! Okay, there's gotta be a cave over here. If there's not, I am gonna start digging down and looking for... That is so freaking cool looking. Get out of here with this. See, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. This is why this video is now epic sauce, because I'm wandering around and I'm finding all kinds of epicness. And pretty much everything I thought of before this video started, where I was like, these are gonna be my goals and I'm gonna accomplish them and everything's gonna be cool. I don't care about any of those goals anymore. I just love walking around in this game. And I have completely switched direction on this video. And to farther state that point, I think it's really not stated enough how... Look at this place. It's not stated enough how cool this game is. Like, first of all, these brown mushrooms. Whoa, this one just popped for no reason. How many mushrooms do I have after all this? 16. That's crazy. It is not stated enough how epic this game is. I mean, it like randomly generates these worlds. No two worlds are like it would have to be like mathematically, like, I guess not impossible, but insanely impractical or improbable or whatever for that to happen. I mean, there's just so many possibilities. You would have to render this game a bagillion times for it to be exactly the same as one of the times before. And it seems like every time I render it, no matter how many times I do, there's some kind of epicness. But on this one, there's a lot of epicness. Like, this whole thing is just epic just around the world. Okay, I'm going to use up this wooden axe real quick, because I am starting to run a little low on wooden resources. And I have 2 stone axes with me, which is really unnecessary. It's just taking up backspace, basically. Okay. Handle that situation, and apparently I missed one. We can't tell that. Okay, this didn't look like a cave, but some kind of cubby. I at least want to look at it. Oh, okay, that is way smaller of a cubby than I thought it was going to be. Whooshing! So yeah, I think the new focus of this is that this is actually a ton of fun. I've been doing this for an hour, and I'm thoroughly enjoyed every minute of it, and it's still entertaining me. I don't know if it's entertaining you guys still, but wow. I mean, it's just cool looking. This game's really cool. So, the new focus of this video is to basically showcase the fact that your world is cool. Don't stay boxed up in one area just building stuff. You need to get out there and get lost. And I am referencing a lot of other people, but I'm going to reference Sea Nanners on this one. I think most people are familiar with Sea Nanners, regardless of whether you watch Minecraft videos. Like, if you watch any YouTube videos, you're probably familiar with him. He was getting really into his world. He had a lot of cool stuff going for him in his Minecraft series, Welcome to Minecraft. And he just up in one day was like, you know what? Am I low on coal yet? No. He was like, I've been doing this for a while. I've been in the same area. I'm going to get lost. And he made a boat. And he just took off. He just took off in a boat and sailed for however long and got totally, completely lost and basically just wanted to start anew. And the only downside of that is if that you die, you're going to obviously lose any progression in your new area because you're going to change. And they should... I'm trying to jump up here without destroying this dirt. That's in my way. Epic fails. They should, by the way, make it a thing for single player where you can change your spawn point. I'm sure that's been stated before, but if you get tired of your spawn point and you want to like get lost like this and completely find a new area, epic tree, you should just be able to like /set spawn and just reset your spawn, which I guess it would get abused maybe for like purposes of like, I don't know, like I guess quick saving sort of, like they would like you would do it all the time, but I don't know, I mean whatever, like I would just, I mean for purposes of moving to a new area. Oh yes, epic first found lava. That's a pretty good lava fall too. I'm kind of disappointed that this world has such a small amount of trees for some reason though, because if there were a bunch of trees here, it would have made a forest fire, and that would have been epic too. But that is cool. It's a shame I don't have any iron. I would have made a bucket so I could pick that up and play with it later. I play with lava. This could be a cave. Did I find a cave, finally? Or is it just another random hole that goes to nowhere? It's probably the latter. Uh-oh. It does go into here, which goes up to here. I'm gonna explore for a minute. Shh, I think I hear something. I hear walls. Damn it! How much coal do I have? Alright, I came in here. I might as well just get a couple pieces of coal. This is a huge vein. I'm not gonna get the whole thing, but I might as well get a few pieces because I've been making lots of candles. To hell with it. Eventually, I'm gonna plant my feet somewhere if I find some stuff so I can make iron tools and stuff. So I'm gonna use up some coal. But for now, I'm not planting feet. I'm moving along. But that was cool. I always like finding lava falls outside. Like in caves, you half expect it, especially when you get like lower. When you like start finding your way towards the bottom, it's like almost expected like that you're gonna find a cave. How's my... Damn, I have 13 pieces of leather. I really should just sit down my workbench and make some stuff here because I have a redunculous amount of leather. Yeah, let's do this. I have a lot of leather. I'll be better prepared for my night battles. Leather tunic, which looks like a tuxedo. I don't remember making it look like... Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't show up, but that's weird. I don't remember making it look like that. I thought I selected a different one when I was making this. But apparently, I'm wearing a tuxedo if it actually showed up. So I got everything but the hat. Whoop. Where do you think you're going out this? God forbid you make another one. Don't leave home without it, man. Let's go through the archway. I was just trying to think of, like, that was a voice of a character, and I was trying to think of a line that he always does to see if you guys would pick up on the reference, but then I was like, you know what, he really doesn't have any lines, he's just weird. There's no way you're going to pick up on that. If someone did, because it's not even that good of an impersonation, if someone did, then, like, you win the jackpot, and I don't know what I'll give you, but I'll give you something. I can't even think of, like, one line that he had now, and that's actually kind of making me mad. Because I used to watch this, I'll call it a program, like, all the time. I haven't watched it lately, though. Ugh. I just think that when this world rendered, it was like, well, he wanted caves, so let's give him mountains. Like, there's so many epic mountains, and it's so awesome, but there's no caves. But it totally worked out, though, because it just made me realize how lame caves are and how awesome mountains are. Because it's just like, why? Who cares if you... Like, caves are narrow and dark and stupid. And sometimes they're cool, and sometimes I have lots of jump fails, but most of the time they're lame and stupid, so yeah, who cares? These mountains are awesome. But I am starting to not get tired of the mountains, but I feel like I've seen a lot of mountains. So, and although I still find them to be epic, I do want to get some materials, and I do want to find some red, and I do want to make myself a way home. So, we are going to start that right now. How much daylight do I have? Enough. Alright. This is as good a place as any. If you never watched my other video, where I employ the strategy that I'm about to bust out with, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be episode 18. Like I said, I don't even think it's aired. I haven't posted it yet, and so I'm trying to think of the order that I'm posting things. But I'm pretty sure it's 18. But anyway, so a good strat. And this, with my luck, I'll bust into a cave from doing this. That'll be the funny thing about this. But anyway, um, basically the way this works is you're gonna dig a staircase all the way down to the bedrock, which sounds redunculous. It's only gonna take like a few minutes. It'll take me like probably like 3 to 4 minutes. Like it'll take a little bit of time, but I mean, you know that I don't want this video to take forever. I wouldn't have done this if I thought it was gonna take like 10 minutes or something like that. It doesn't take that long. And then once you dig into once you find your way to the bedrock, now you know you're on like the bottom level. There's 5 levels of bedrock. Bottom level being level 0. And the bottom 16 layers of Minecraft are the layers in which you can find diamond. Anything higher, you won't find it. So, the basic idea is to find the bottom and then count your way up, and then you'll know like what your search area can be. Anything higher, and it's pointless to search there if you're looking for blue. I'm looking for everything, but where there's blue, there's other good materials, including red. So, and the lower you go, the more likely you are to run into it. So basically, the strategy that we're about to run into now is that we are going to dig down, find the bottom layer, and then I am going to just move up a couple paces and just dig a straight line. And once you finish with one straight line, then you dig another straight line 4 spaces away from that one, because all the veins grow, if I can call it that, in like a 2x2x3 area. So the space in between, if you're digging, like if I dug a straight line right here and I'm just missing a vein, there's a vein right on the other side of this. If I go like 3 spaces in between, so 4 spaces over, and then I start to dig on that side, if I can't see it from over here, I'll see it from over there. The likelihood of a vein being between those two without you being able to run into it from digging those 2 lanes is redonkulous. It's just not going to happen. I mean, I guess it could, but the likelihood is not very good. So this is a very effective tool. It's very efficient, and it saves you a lot of time. It's nice to be able to explore caves and stuff, but a lot of times you can't predict where caves are going to go. Sometimes you'll be going down in a cave, and then it starts going back up again. And like I stated, you can't find... There's some iron. You can't find any diamond if it's higher than the 16th space. Let me make sure nothing just starts falling down here behind us. It's like, there comes a Gumby! Ah! So, sometimes caves, aren't going to... It'll yield a lot of other stuff. You can go down... When you find a good cave system and you go spelunking through it, like really exploring the cave, you're gonna find an absurd amount of coal and iron, no problem. You'll probably find an absurd amount of red as well. That's not particularly like uncommon or whatever. But what you're not gonna find is a lot of diamond, and I get super shocked and excited when I find diamond from spelunking, because it just doesn't happen that often. So employing this technique, though, after like 10 minutes of digging in my lines and working on looking for blue, if I don't find any, that's surprising. Like I get surprised when I find blue in a cave, but I get surprised when I don't find it doing this. And the first time that I tried this strategy, which I can't take full credit for because I had a video sent to me from someone else on YouTube that did this strategy, I kind of changed the way I did it a little bit. I don't do it exactly the way that he did it, but it's more or less the same. But the first time I tried this, which you don't always get as lucky, so of course, like, because I'm trying to do this long non-stop video, it probably won't work this time. But usually, the first time I did this was on a build world that I have, that I've been doing for a long time. I've been working on a mega build on. It's, I think in the first half hour that I did it, I found like 25 pieces of diamond, and I was basically at that point exclusively using diamond tools. So it was very effective for me in that world. So hopefully I can have the same amount of effectiveness on here. Hopefully I find some diamond. My goals are to find some diamond, gold, and red. And then it's like, okay, awesome. Like, we found some materials. We did a lot of exploration. And then I'm going to just, like, time it. See how long it takes me to walk a straight line using the compass to get back to the house. To really get an idea of how far we went. Like, I can't, obviously, like, count the blocks or something to, like, to find my way home. But I really just have to, like, stick this behind me. Still nothing's creeping. That's good. Yeah, we obviously can't just, like, count our paces or whatever. So it's, it'll be, like, a roundabout figure as far as how far we went, but we can base it on time. You can say the average person walks 2 miles an hour and just see how long it takes you to get there, and then I'll give you an idea of how many miles as the crow flies, because I'll head straight back. Obviously, I didn't go in a straight line to get here. I've been zigzagging all over the place and checking out mountains, so which I'll probably have to zigzag a little bit because I'm not going to scale entire mountains to get back if I can go around it, but that's neither here nor there. This is actually taking a little longer than I thought. I pretty much thought we were at sea level when I started digging. Usually when you start digging from sea level, it's like a 3-minute process to get down to the bottom. But it seems like it's taking a little longer than 3 minutes at this point. And yet I'm having a ridiculous amount of fun. Plus, it's a change of pace. I did a lot of exploring and found a lot of cool caves, and I didn't really do a whole lot of digging. I don't know about you guys, and I might have touched on this in an earlier video, but I'm kind of just like going over a lot of stuff that I wanted to talk about in other videos. So I don't know. I'm probably gonna have trouble making other videos after this comes out, or after I'm done making this, because like I'm just hitting on a lot of topics. But when I'm digging, actually I think I talked about this in episode 10 a little bit, but yeah, when I'm digging, it's like super therapeutic just to like just dig along, just digging, popping the sound of the stone, picking up the stuff. I don't know. I keep looking behind me. It's like, if a creeper or something was coming down here, this is like, you're doomed. Like, what are you going to do about that? I would just die. What an epic failure. I'm not going to say epic failure. I don't think there's any failures possible for this. Is this bedrock? Is this how I textured bedrock? Holy crap, that's how I textured bedrock. I honestly didn't even remember how I did it. Okay, so that's bedrock. Awesome. I'm going to spend just a minute trying to find the bottom to this bedrock. I'm going to guess that that's layer 5, but it might not be. So I'm just going to kind of dig away at this a little bit here. Okay, so that's bottom layer. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so that is the top layer. Okay, so that's layer 5. So this is layer 6. So we want to go up at least one more because I don't want to hit bedrock while I'm digging. Normally I would start like towards the top layer and then like work my way down, but we'll start on this layer. So I'm just going to dig a tunnel straight over a little bit to give me some like space to work. This is about far enough. I apologize for lighting and stuff like that. I'm trying to keep it as lit as I can because I know it's hard to see when you're like in dark situations like this. Like when the video gets rendered and it gets passed over to YouTube, by the time it gets rendered and uploaded to YouTube, it just always gets darker. And it seems like no matter what I try to do in the settings when you're like editing videos and stuff, there's nothing you're going to be able to do to fix for that. It's always going to be darker. And this is, so I try to light it as best I can, but you can only do so much. Okay, so bam. So I've made myself a work area, and I'm going to slap down a couple furnaces because I already have some oops, I didn't mean to move my sword. I already have some iron from earlier, so I'm going to start smelting that so I can get better tools. This will help this job go along faster to get some iron tools. So I'm just going to keep heading over here a little bit. I got my work area set up now, and a lot of times I'll also put a chest in there because my bags will start filling up, but I don't like to waste resources on worlds that I plan on building stuff. On this one I don't, so I could just throw it away if I wanted to, but yeah, I still don't like to waste resources. But so I'm just going to dig the starts of the tunnels. I double blue. Wow. Well, oh, wait, I don't have iron, do I? Okay, let's get this iron. Well, I could not have done a better job to showcase how well this works. that was incredible. Awesome. I just instantly found blue. I cannot even tell you how funny that is to me right now, that we just it's just like, all right, oh, look at that. Diamond. Okay, and since blue is always, like I said, there you go, in a 2x2x3, pretty much everything is in a 2x2x3 area. Just because it's not even touching, if you can't see it, it's probably in the area somewhere. So it's always smart to dig out an area like 100% just to be sure that you got all of it. Especially when you're talking about blue. I mean, I don't always, think it's necessary to like bust your back looking for like that extra piece of iron or something. But yeah, for diamonds, it's obviously worth it. So this is the other tunnel. We got 3 in between. Torch. That was just, I don't know, that was just incredible. That totally worked. But I still want to find some gold, and I still want to find red for sure, because I want to get back. I want to find enough gold to make a watch, and enough red to make a compass, and then I'll pretty much feel like, like I've accomplished something. So I'm going to use these diamonds to make the 2 tools that I'm going to need the most of right now, which is a pickaxe and a shovel, because I had exactly enough to do that, which was super convenient and awesome, because that'll really, really speed up the process here of getting through all this stuff. I'm gonna make, what I'm gonna do real quick. I'm gonna make some soup, because I have all these freaking mushrooms, and it would be pretty nice to have some ways to heal myself besides bacon, especially since soup is like way more healingness or whatever. Healing factor 27. Okay, I'm gonna let all that poop out for a second. I'm gonna make a thing. I have like literally nowhere to put it. Like I'm just so filled up right now. That's why I'm doing this. So while I'm finding my way home, I'm gonna try my best to leave a trail of candles. So if I ever wanted to play on this world again, which I'm thinking I might want to do, just because I've had a lot of fun doing this, like not necessarily for videos, just like for whatever. I'm gonna want to find my way back. So I'm just gonna fill this box up, and then if I ever choose to play on this again, I'll be able to come back and get all this awesome stuff. But yeah, I want to make some space in the bags, because obviously I'm gonna hold on to that. Wait, do I have any more? Where's all my brown mushrooms? I obviously have brown. What happened to my brown mushrooms? Oh, there they are. I'm like tripping out. I'm like, obviously I have brown mushrooms. I found like a bagillion of them. Okay, you know what's really funny? I found that blue like super easy. It's just like, oh, look at that, diamonds. And now, wow. I was literally about to say, and now watch, it's going to take forever to find red, and then, yeah, I found red. So, it's weird not to have more red, too. Well, oh yeah, let me get the iron out of this smelt here. Damn. Okay, so I can't make a compass yet. I need one more piece of iron. Iron should not be that big of a deal. Yeah. It's like every time I want to start talking about something, it shows up. I was literally about to say iron shouldn't be that big of a deal. It shouldn't be too hard to find some to start smelting. And it's like literally like as I'm trying to say that, I discover, okay, we're going to try this one more time. We're going to see if we can just hit like the ultimate jackpot. Whoa, that was a weird glitch. That was not a fail walking. That was like, it glitched out on me. Okay, you ready for this? Okay, hold on. Oh, it's more iron. Oh, let me get this iron out of the way. My plan's not going to work with iron in the way. Okay. There's no way we're going to be able to finish this clock, get this video done by finding gold in this tunnel. Didn't work. Okay, but that's alright. So, ooh, more red. So, the only thing we need to do now, and obviously I have more than enough red already. I only need one piece of red to do what I was trying to do. So, I'm probably going to ignore red after this, because at this time, I basically want to get this done. It's been a super, super long time, and I really just want to, like, I know this video is, like, starting to get long, even for a long video. Like, I planned for this video to be long, and it's getting long. So, I'm going to spend a little bit more time looking for gold. If I don't get it, then I'm just going to, like, accept that as a failure and move on, because I really, like, my ultimate goal is just to see how far we went in our wandering. And normally, like I said, I would make another tunnel, so I'm going to kind of do that real quick. But I'm only going to spend, like, 2 more minutes digging. And then if I don't find gold, then I'm going to call that a day. Because I don't need a clock for any reason. And gold pretty much serves zero purpose, except for making a clock. Like, I can't really think of anything that you could possibly do with gold. Like, it's a weak material, so you don't make armor out of it, or Unless you want to like be all bling blinged out, but like I don't really, there's not really a purpose to that. Plus I don't wear armor on my texture pack, I hide it. And I mean, it takes 9 bars just to make 1 block. So if you wanted to try to make like a building out of gold, or like a gold calf, because you're a heathen or something, I don't know, then like that's just, I don't know, that it would take so much to do that, I mean, it's not even worth it. Like on my building world where I'm working on my I'm working on a mega build, the I obviously dig a lot because I'm looking for resources. So I come across a lot of gold, and I've saved up like 18 blocks of gold, which I think is a lot for like a world where you're like genuinely mining your materials. You're not trying to use like some kind of inventory editor or something like that, which I didn't even know about till a couple weeks ago. Like apparently people are using inventory editors to like basically treat single player like it's a server and just create whatever they want. And I think that's lame sauce. But anyway, if you do it, then you know it's your prerogative. But I'm not into it. But anyway, yeah, that's a lot of gold blocks for like a regular world where you like actually genuinely dig for your stuff. So I kind of think that's awesome, and I definitely want to make something out of gold, but I have no idea what. It's only 16 or 18 blocks, so it's not enough to really make anything yet, but eventually I'm going to make some kind of golden structure, and it's going to be actually locally mined, which makes it authentically awesome. Okay, I'm going to wait for those 6 bars to finish, but I'm not going to wait any more than that, because we are out of here. We are going to find out where the heck we are. It'd be funny if we went in like a giant, ridiculous circle, and secretly, I'm not that far. Like, secretly we're like 2 minutes away, and we just went on like the most ridiculous circle trip ever. Plus, like, I've stated this in earlier videos too. Like, a lot of times when I'm like watching people play, and I'm done. When I'm watching people play in Minecraft, look at this crazy compass. It looks so weird. It's like I can barely tell which way it's telling me to go. I think it wants me to go that way. My texture is making my compass like crazy. Like I'm not even sure how to read it. I think we need to go. I guess I'll go that way. That's a crazy compass. I don't really like that. Now that I've made this texture pack, I don't like the compass. The basic compass is way easier to read. Like, what's the point of that? Whoa, I must be close to a monster spawner over there. That just creeped the hell out of me. At least it's daytime when I'm surfacing. Oh, it's like high noon. How freaking awesome is that? Okay, so apparently I'm walking this way. It would really suck if this compass didn't work. Okay, so I just checked the time. So I'm going to keep track of it from this point on. So I know exactly how long it's going to take to get back. But yeah, it would really suck if like I just can't read this compass with this texture pack because it's like lame sauce, and then you end up like not finding your way back. Like it could take me as much as like I don't know, like 5 minutes to walk back, probably maybe 10 even. I don't know. We wandered for a while, but I would think like after that long, I would just have to accept the fact that the compass is broken and that I don't know how to read it, or it's like different because of the texture, and that I'm not gonna be able to find my way home. That would be disappointing. Again, I wouldn't call that an epic failure, but I would call it disappointing. Like, I really want to find my way back because I'm really curious how far we wandered off. Since I kind of just completely changed the theme of the video and basically made it about wandering, I think I think a good way to close out wandering would be to actually find our way back, which has nothing to do with wandering because I'm no longer wandering. I have a set path and goal, but whoa, it's interesting enough to see lava falls like outside and in the open, but like a random pool of lava that's not actually flowing anywhere. Like that's kind of weird. I don't know. I don't usually see stuff like that. That's why this world continues to amaze me. Like, it's just got a lot of really cool stuff in it. This is honestly, I don't know if it's just because of, like, playing consistently for an hour and a half straight, or if it's because I just fell really far. Jeez. Or if it's because, like, I'm working on this cool video, or whatever it is, but, like I don't know if I've ever wandered this much in one sitting. I probably haven't. I'm pretty much sure I know I haven't. But, Like, this is a really cool waterfall. Like, everything is just so cool to me. I don't know. Maybe it's just heightened because of the video itself and the fact that I've been doing this for so long now. Think about that, though. Like, I don't know. First of all, how about this? It's been about an hour and a half, okay? If you're still watching this, like, you're awesome. First of all, like, thank you for sticking through to the end of this, because I don't know if this is a movie. Like, at this point, like, this is the length of a movie. Like, this is like a feature film length now. And I don't know if the only time I've ever sat long enough, like, to, like, on YouTube for, like, one continual thing, or even, like, multiple things for this long, I think would have to be, when I listen to Painkiller, because they're usually like an hour and a half to 2 hours, like somewhere in there, and it's not visual at all. It's just like a like a radio show for those that are not familiar with it. Because I don't have the means to listen to it like while they're doing it live or whatever, so I just watch the YouTube releases of it after the fact. But I thoroughly enjoy it, and I need to get the means to watch them live because they take like live comments and stuff, and I always have opinions about things, but it's always after the fact. But anyway, that's really the only time I sit through stuff, and like I don't know. It's like almost find it hard to believe that people are willing to sit through this entire thing. Plus, like, I guess it would have to be super entertaining to watch something for that long, and I don't know if this is like meeting that description or whatever, but I hope it is. But so yeah, if you're still watching this, if I'm not just talking to myself at this point, and every viewer that I've had has bailed, thank you. Because I'm really having fun doing this, and I hope that there's people along for the journey. Especially since I'm trying to... Pumpkins! Oh, ha ha ha. Okay, slightly getting sidetracked here. Definitely picking up pumpkins. Yes. Anyway. So yeah, if you're still with me, that's totally awesome, and I definitely want to thank you for that. Also, okay, I'm gonna light this up like crazy, but... yeah, it's getting dark, and I definitely wanted to find out. I would definitely wanted to do the whole timing, how long it takes me to get back thing. I think the compass is working now because I see snow now, so that seems right. Like, there's ice, so seems like we're going in a direction we want to go in. But I've been walking for 4.5 minutes now, so, and I'm pretty sure it took us a while before we even found ice. So I'm gonna apologize to the viewers that stuck it out, that I just got done thanking for sticking it out, because it may actually take me like 10 minutes to get back, or maybe even longer. But stick it out. And it's videos like this that are super long are really hard to comment on because there's so much happening that I end up wanting to comment like on 6 different things. So first of all, since I'm making a stupid long video, let me just say it for the record, officially, I don't mind if you leave a ridiculously long comment. Like a comment that's way longer than normal. Like, if you had like 6 different things in this video that like piqued your interest, or like was things that you needed to like say something about all 6 of them. Like, I don't even, that's fine. So go for it. Also though, I'm sure there's gonna be at least some people that don't necessarily follow along with this, but if you actually watch to the end, which I mean I feel like we're pretty close to the end now, so I mean if you're listening to me now, if for nothing else in your comment section, even if you have nothing that you actually feel like commenting on, definitely go ahead and just put in the comments that you actually watched the whole thing. Because I'm curious how many people end up watching this whole thing like through to the end. Like that's something I'm really I really want to know about. Like how many people would sit through what is already an hour and a half of Minecraft, and is probably going to end up being like an hour and 40 minutes, like if I don't, because it definitely took us a little bit of time of walking before we found snow. So I'm walking through snow now, so I'm thinking this is going to be longer than the Minecraft movie video. This might even like hold the record for like the longest Minecraft video like ever. Plus I kind of thought, like, unless I like circled around them, I kind of thought like I was going to run into some candles at some point, because I was putting down candles for a while. And then I just kind of gave up on that once I just, like, completely adopted the whole I'm just going to wander around thing. But I figured eventually I would see some candles. And, yeah, definitely haven't seen any candles yet. So I have to be at least, like, somewhat far away. I was going to swim because spiders are not good at swimming, but it just takes so damn long. Oh, jump fails, jump fails. Whoa. He's gonna blow up. Holy crap, he didn't blow up. Okay. It's like I need to go in that direction, but like at least that's the way I'm reading this compass. But that's like all water. I really don't feel like doing that, so I'm kind of trying to just like skirt along as best I can. Utilize the land. Get away from me, zombie. Why am I holding a candle? I should probably be holding a sword. I'm gonna apologize yet again. Like if this is too dark, I apologize, but there's no way I can put candles down and like try to keep this lit while I'm moving. Plus, I'm trying to just get back as fast as I can because I really want to time this. And if I have to stop and fight spiders and stuff like that, like this one that's hitting me right now, how is he getting hits on me? This is nonsense. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Stop hitting me, stop hitting me. If I died, that would be so disappointing. Like, what an ending to this movie. I would literally have to just, like, I would still post this. There's no way I'm not going to post this. Like, I'm going to figure out a way for YouTube to let me post this, and this has to go up, because I put so much of my time into it right now, and I just feel like it's so... I feel like it's epic. It felt epic. I don't even care if it actually is. Like, it just felt epic. But, but yeah, if it ended like that, I would literally have to do this again. Like, I would have to make a part 2, and, like, I don't know, maybe have different, like, you know, goals or aspirations or whatever. But I would definitely have to do this again. Like, oh, that's a candle. That is a candle. Yeah. Okay, I feel... Oh, there's another candle. We are finding our way back. Actually, I think I'm super close because the compass is moving, like, a lot. So I think we're, like, really close. Like, it's... The angle of the compass is changing rapidly. He's gonna get a hit on me. I'm just... Oh, there's, like, so many of them. Oh, good. They're fighting each other. Yeah, fight each other. I don't have time for you right now. I'm really trying to just get out of here. Yeah! Okay, so we're talking about a 9-minute walk, like as best as I could do it. Eat that. 9 minutes, folks. That's pretty awesome. And I didn't leave a trail of candles, but I'm actually kind of certain that I could find my way back. So maybe I'll make a part 2 that's not nearly as long, and it'll just be like wandering to the same spot, and we'll just see if we can find it. That actually might be a lot of fun. I have a little bit of a head start with the candles, but after those candles, like, your guess is as good as mine, but I think I know how to do it. So I'm going to end it here, guys. That was actually a lot of fun. I'm surprised at how much fun that ended up being. That was actually pretty cool. I don't know. Like, so yeah, just do me that favor, guys. Just go in, like, you know, go into the comments. Let me know if you actually watched this whole thing and if you thought it was interesting. And you know, whatever else you want to comment on, of course, like, you're free to comment on whatever you want. But I definitely would like to know if you would like to see a part 2, to see if you want to go back to that area and just see if we can find it again. Even though there's nothing really there, like, it's not like we're wandering back to an epic cave, but let's just see if we can find it again. I don't know, because maybe we'll get lost again. Who knows? I don't know. It'll be much shorter, you know, like, you know, normal, like, 15-minute video probably or something, but I don't know. So, yeah, I don't know, guys. That was kind of awesome. And it's like, it took so long that, like, I don't even know, like, how or why to close this. I just feel like I just, you know, want to keep going with it. But I'm definitely going to stop. So, thanks for sticking it out again. For all the people that are still hearing this, like, that's awesome that you stuck it out this long. And, yeah, I don't know. Thanks a lot, guys. I had a ton of fun doing this. So, hopefully it's fun to watch. And I'll see you guys later.